You see, the truth about connection is that the universe never asks you to chase what's already meant to find you. When something or someone is destined for you, there's an ease that surrounds it. You don't have to constantly question whether you're enough, whether they feel the same, or whether you should fight harder just to be seen. What is meant for you does not require you to run after it in desperation. It simply flows. The moment you stop forcing, you begin to align. We live in a world that glorifies the chase. We're taught that love must be fought for, that if it doesn't hurt, it isn't real, that passion is proven through struggle. But the universe doesn't work that way. It operates on energy, vibration, and timing, not pressure. When you are truly in alignment with what's meant for you, it comes not because you've hunted it down, but because you've become the version of yourself that naturally attracts it. You don't meet them by chasing, you meet them by growing. Think about it. Every time you've tried to force something, what happened? You felt anxious, uncertain, disconnected from yourself. You clung to outcomes, tried to predict their every move, hoped they'd see your worth. That energy is resistance. The universe doesn't respond to resistance, it responds to surrender. When you're chasing, you're saying, I don't trust the timing. But when you align, you say, I trust that what's meant for me cannot miss me. And that small shift changes everything. Sometimes the person you thought was the one was never meant to stay. They were meant to awaken something in you, a deeper understanding of what you need, how you love, and where you're still holding on too tightly. The pain of letting go often feels like failure, but in truth, it's redirection. The universe removes what doesn't serve your growth because it's preparing you for something that will. That's alignment, not punishment. And the beautiful thing is, alignment doesn't mean you do nothing. It means you act with awareness, you take inspired steps, but you no longer move from fear. You no longer cling to timelines or what-ifs. You focus on becoming whole within yourself. Because when you're whole, you stop attracting lessons and start attracting matches. The right person doesn't complete you. They meet you where you've completed yourself. Imagine this, you're walking your path, focused on your purpose, learning, healing, creating peace within. Somewhere out there, someone else is doing the same. Neither of you knows when your paths will cross, but when they do, it will feel effortless. The conversations will flow, not because you're trying to impress each other, but because your energies are speaking the same language. There will be no guessing games, no confusion, no need to prove your value. The universe aligns timing, not tension. You'll know you're aligned when your heart feels calm, even in the unknown. You'll stop trying to convince anyone to stay. You'll stop begging the universe for signs that this is the one. Instead, you'll find peace in trusting that what's meant for you already recognizes you. It's only a matter of time before you meet it in the physical world. That's the quiet power of alignment. It's knowing that the energy you put out is already calling back what resonates with it. Too often, we chase what's not ours because we mistake intensity for alignment. But intensity is often the sign of an unhealed wound, not divine connection. Real alignment feels like coming home, not running toward a moving target. It feels safe, stable, steady. You'll feel seen without having to perform, valued without having to beg, loved without having to lose yourself. That's how you know the universe is working in your favor. Not because it's loud, but because it's peaceful. The universe doesn't send you chaos to test your love. It sends you calm to reflect your readiness. When you are ready, truly ready, you won't need to chase anymore. You'll simply recognize what's meant for you, because it will recognize you too. You won't be stuck in loops of uncertainty, wondering if you're good enough or if they'll stay. The energy will be mutual, the effort balanced, and the connection undeniable. That's the language of alignment. So if you find yourself chasing, stop, breathe, step back. Ask yourself, am I aligning or am I forcing? Because the more you force, the more you push away what's meant for you. The more you align, the more naturally it comes to you. The universe wants you to trust it. It's already arranging the right timing, the right circumstances, the right person. But it can only deliver when you stop trying to control the delivery. You don't need to run after love. You need to rise into it. You don't need to prove your worth. You need to remember it. When you understand that, you shift from chasing connection to attracting it. You begin to live in harmony with the energy that creates worlds, the same energy that's guiding you to everything meant for you. And when it finally arrives, that connection that feels effortless and sure, you'll realize why none of the others ever worked. You'll see that every closed door, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was never rejection, only realignment. The universe was never denying you, it was preparing you. Because what's meant for you doesn't need to be chased, it only needs to be received. The universe has a language, subtle, quiet, but deeply powerful. It doesn't speak in words, it speaks in patterns, in energy, in synchronicities. When someone is meant to be in your life, you don't need to go searching for proof. The universe begins to weave signs into your path like whispers meant only for you to notice. It might be a song that plays at the exact moment you think of them, a number that keeps appearing wherever you go, or a random encounter that seems almost too perfectly timed. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of saying, pay attention. You might be walking through an ordinary day, scrolling, driving, sitting quietly. When something small catches your attention, maybe it's a name you keep seeing, maybe a familiar feeling washes over you out of nowhere. In that moment, you feel something deep within shift. It's not logical, it's intuitive. It's the universe aligning your awareness with a message. That's how it speaks, not with noise, but with resonance. The universe is constantly arranging encounters, nudging you toward experiences that match your vibration. When you're energetically aligned with someone, you'll start noticing these subtle signals. You may both think of each other at the same time, reach out simultaneously, or dream of one another without explanation. There's a magnetic pull that doesn't come from the mind. It comes from energy recognizing itself. It's as if your souls are speaking in a frequency beyond human understanding. But here's the truth. Most people miss these signs because they're too busy searching for loud confirmations. They want the universe to shout, "This is the one!" But that's not how it works. The universe rarely screams, it whispers. It doesn't push, it guides. When you quiet your mind, when you slow down and truly listen, you start to notice the pattern. The rhythm between your inner world and the outer events unfolding around you. You begin to see meaning where you once saw randomness. Those repeating numbers, 11, 11, 222, 333, aren't just coincidences. They're reminders that you're on the right path, that your thoughts, emotions, and energy are aligning with a higher plan. When you see them connected to someone, a message, a call, a memory, it's often the universe confirming that this connection holds significance. But it's not always a sign to act. Sometimes it's simply a sign to notice, to be aware, to understand that something larger than your control is unfolding. And the more you trust these signs, the clearer they become. You might start to see the same symbol in different forms, a feather, a specific color, a phrase that repeats in conversations or online. The universe has infinite ways to communicate. The key is presence, because when you are present, you begin to decode what the signs truly mean for you. You realize they're not random occurrences. They are reflections of your energy mirrored back to you. Sometimes these signs appear when you least expect them, especially when you've stopped searching. That's the universe testing your surrender. When you let go of needing to control, the flow of signs increases, not as a reward, but as a reassurance. It's saying, you're finally open enough to see. And often, these synchronicities will draw you closer to the person you're meant to connect with. You'll meet by chance, or so it seems, but really it's the result of countless unseen alignments guiding you both to the same moment. There's beauty in understanding that not every sign means this person is forever. Sometimes the universe sends someone to teach, to heal, to awaken something within you. The signs are real, but their purpose may differ. That's why discernment matters. You must learn to feel the energy behind the signs, not just chase the signs themselves. The universe never sends confusion. It sends clarity disguised as curiosity. If a connection feels heavy, it's not alignment, it's attachment. True signs don't cause obsession, they create peace. And sometimes the signs will appear right before a major shift. You'll see patterns repeating rapidly. Names, numbers, memories, as if the universe is preparing you for something about to unfold. It's not meant to overwhelm you, it's meant to awaken you. It's reminding you that there's order in the chaos, that even when you don't see the full picture, everything is connected. The most profound part of these synchronicities is how they evolve with you. The more self-aware you become, the more precise the signs get. It's almost as if the universe speaks your personal language. What used to be coincidence starts to feel like guidance. What once seemed random becomes sacred. And when that connection finally manifests, the one your soul recognized long before your mind did, you'll look back and realize every sign, every nudge, every small moment led you there. You'll remember the songs that played when you thought of them, the times you nearly crossed paths but didn't, the strange moments that made no sense at the time. Then suddenly, everything will. That's the beauty of divine timing. It's not predictable, but it's always perfect. And you'll know it's real not because it's loud or dramatic, but because it feels right. The universe doesn't send chaos disguised as love. It sends connection disguised as coincidence. Every sign, every synchronicity, every intuitive nudge is a thread in the invisible web pulling you toward who you're meant to meet, where you're meant to be, and what you're meant to understand. All you have to do is trust it, listen, and allow it to unfold. Because when the universe wants you to be with someone, it doesn't tell you. It shows you over and over until you finally believe. There's something deeply misunderstood about love and connection. Many people think it's supposed to feel like fireworks all the time, like a rush, a constant surge of emotion that leaves you breathless. But that kind of intensity, though thrilling, is rarely sustainable. The universe doesn't confirm what's meant for you through chaos. It confirms it through calm. When someone is truly aligned with your soul, your heart doesn't race from fear of losing them. It rests in the peace of knowing they're meant to be there. You see, when you're with the wrong energy, even love feels heavy. You'll constantly question yourself. Do they really care? Am I doing enough? Is this going to last? That uncertainty is exhausting. It's your spirit's way of telling you that something is off. The universe doesn't want you to live in that confusion. It wants you to feel grounded in clarity. Love that's meant for you doesn't drain you. It nourishes you. It doesn't keep you guessing. It reassures you without words. Think about how peace feels in your body. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. Like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. When you meet the person who's truly aligned with your soul, that's what it feels like. You won't feel the need to perform or hide parts of yourself to be loved. You'll simply exist freely, fully, authentically. You'll find that the connection doesn't demand constant proof. It flows in mutual understanding. That's the universe's way of saying, you found home. Many mistake anxiety for passion. They confuse emotional turbulence with depth. But there's a difference between connection and attachment. Attachment says, I need you to be okay. Connection says, I choose you, but I'm still whole on my own. The universe never builds real love on the foundation of fear. When you're with the right person, you'll still feel like yourself. You won't lose your identity trying to maintain their interest. That's the quiet miracle of alignment. It allows you to expand, not shrink. When love is chaotic, it often means something within us is unresolved. The universe uses relationships to mirror our inner state. If we haven't found peace within ourselves, we'll keep attracting situations that reflect our unrest. But when we do the inner work, when we learn to be at peace alone, we create space for someone who matches that energy. That's why inner peace is the signal. It's not about perfection, it's about balance. You stop attracting lessons and start attracting harmony. And that harmony doesn't mean the relationship will be without challenges. It means both people face those challenges with grace instead of blame. There's no emotional war, no constant need to win or control. Instead, there's teamwork. When the universe sends you the right person, even conflict feels different. It feels like two souls learning together, not fighting to survive. That's how you know the connection is guided, not forced. You'll notice that when it's real, your nervous system relaxes. You don't have to analyze every text, every pause, every tone of voice. You stop living in your head and start living in the moment. You'll laugh more, sleep deeper, breathe easier. That's what divine connection does. It doesn't excite your anxiety, it heals it. You'll realize that love doesn't have to be complicated to be real. It just has to be true. The right person won't create peace for you, but they'll maintain it with you. They'll add to the calm you've already built within yourself. They'll hold space for you, not because they have to, but because your energies understand each other. The universe doesn't bring two broken souls to complete one another. It brings two whole souls to create something greater together. That's why timing matters. You have to reach that inner stillness before the right energy can find you. And when it happens, it won't be fireworks. It'll be recognition. You'll feel like you've known them forever. Conversations will feel natural. Silence will be comfortable. Time will lose its pressure because you'll both sense that you're exactly where you're meant to be. The peace will speak louder than words. You'll feel safe to open up, to be vulnerable, to be imperfect. That's the universe's signature. Calm, not chaos, ease, not struggle. Many people mistake love for adrenaline, but adrenaline fades. Peace endures. And that's the difference between something temporary and something divine. The universe doesn't send you a person to ignite your anxiety. It sends you someone to remind you what stillness feels like after the storm. That calm isn't boring, it's sacred. It's the kind of energy that allows love to grow roots instead of just flames. When you're in that kind of connection, you'll stop asking for signs because the peace itself will be the sign. You'll know. You won't need validation. You won't need reassurance every day because your soul will already understand. There will be no confusion, no fear of losing what's meant for you. It will feel solid, gentle, and deeply familiar, like the universe whispering, "This is what I had planned for you all along." And perhaps that's the most beautiful truth of all. Love isn't supposed to shake your foundation. It's supposed to become part of it. When you find the one the universe intended, you don't fall in love. You rise in it. You expand into a calmer, stronger, more authentic version of yourself. You stop searching because peace itself becomes your answer.